saying? You'd be like, oh man, but times might have switched just a little bit to where it's an incredible song, but just not for now.
Right.
And people like i.e. Marvin Gaye, who wrote songs futuristic from years ago. So it's like that thing where you just don't ever really know. You just write from the heart and what you feel at the moment. But a lot of things have to align for a record to really be a successful record. It's not as easy as people think. Oh, you just program, you program. No, you could program, but people still have free will. So at the end of the day, timing, music, sound, feeling, current events, everything has to do with what could become a hit or not. You just never really know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, speaking of hits, One Sweet Day with Mariah, what was it like working with Mariah Carey?
And that's another one, by the way. Had no idea. I just want to say that real quick. We had no idea.
No idea. No idea. I mean, we were actually on tour at the time, and our management at the time hollered at us and was like, yo, Mariah wants us to do a song with them. So we were on tour. We took a day off after one of our days off, and we flew to New York, and we actually wrote the song with Mariah, and it was just amazing. Yeah, upstairs? Yes, it's fine. It's just amazing that that our concept and idea kind of meshed, you know. Nate had wrote a song prior to this that was about our road manager that passed away, and it went perfectly within the actual One Sweet Day song that we were writing. So it was just like Nate said, the stars aligned on that one. We after we finished recording it, we writing it, we went off the road and we came back and recorded it, and then we went back on the road, and we didn't know what was going on. And next thing you know, the record is 10, 11 weeks on the charts, and we're like, oh shoot, here we go again, you know. Yeah. So it was just a blessing. We had no idea.
Yeah.
And Mariah, you know, she's just a beast. Like lyrically, she's written every song that she's ever sung. And, you know, just her energy in the studio was just, we felt like she was our sister, you know?
Yeah, she's underrated as far as her ability to actually write music. Like, she's a songwriter. Like, a lot of people get caught up in, again, this is what I mean as far as what people choose to emphasize on. The glamour, the glitz, the sparkly dresses, her hair, the fans, all that other stuff.
Right.
Like, that's cool, but make no mistake, Mariah is very self-contained and understands what a song should sound like. And she wrote, just like Wanya said, practically every song that she's put her voice on. And that's a gift. Like, some people just don't have that gift, and she's always had it. No one can say that they were just solely responsible for her success in her songs. But that's not true, because she was involved in all of it, and that's cool.
Right. When people say Mariah, they say diva and difficult to work with and all of that, and yet you talk to people who have worked with her.
I say this. People can say the same thing about Steve Jobs, and people say the same thing about Jeff Bezos and all
Boyz
these
II
guys
Men.
and Boyz II Men. But guess what? What's synonymous with all of those people is that they're great at what they do. So the problem with a lot of people is they don't understand that with wanting to be good at something, you're going to demand a lot from yourself. So when you demand a lot from yourself, you sure as hell going to demand a lot from other people around you. So no one's exempt from hard work. So a lot of people the people that complain about people that are too hard or too difficult to work with will never reach that level, and they will never understand what it takes to become great. That's why you heard so many things about Michael Jordan and all this other stuff. He was mean and he was all this other stuff.
The issue is people don't like to give the benefit of the doubt the same to artists as they do athletes. Yeah. Athletes and business people, they say, oh yeah, well, it's okay to be shrewd and that's how you do it. And, you know, as artists, you know, we don't want to be shrewd, but there is a certain type of determination and focus that we put in what we do, and it's what we demand. But because we're artists and it's supposed to be the happy environment, if people aren't happy in that environment, then you're the asshole.
And on top of that, we're human beings. So regardless of the songs that we write and the performances that we give and the clothes that we wear, The fact that we're humans, we're going to go through the same things that other human beings go
Right.
through. Sometimes we might not
Right.
fucking feel like it. You understand? And somebody catch us at the wrong time, and it's like, yo, now we're an asshole and we're hard to work with. No. Did the job get done? Yes, the job got done. Did you agree with how we got to it? Yes, we agree, but how we got to it might be a little bit rough because it was a bad fucking day.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that about everybody's opinion and social, you know, I guess their ability to critique everything because they totally take humanism out of it. You're supposed to always be turned on. Mariah is my friend, and she is not hard to work with. She's just not understood if you're not in her zone. You can't understand somebody if you ain't in the same zone. And she is prolific, and that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
And when I think about all the music teachers that we had.
Yeah.
If people saw the teachers that we had growing up in music, they swore they were abusive assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they were pushing us. They were pushing us to be great. They knew what something should sound like. They knew that we could do it, and we weren't applying ourselves, so they had to get in our ass a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, we just exude that same type of energy because and again, from the Masked Singer all the way back to when we were kids, I can attest for the rest of the guys that all we were around were great people.
Yeah.
People who were good at what they did, and they just pushed us to be the same. So there's a method to that. And everybody that is successful, I'm sure that there are 10, 20, 30 people that was tell them, oh, they're jerks, they're this, they're that. There's a method to that, obviously. Because with I guess being great, sometimes you gotta be pegged as a jerk. And if that's
it depends on, and it's more accepted in certain genres than others. Music is very difficult to accept. So yeah, Mariah does get the bad end of the stick.
I agree with every single thing you said about, you know, if you're good at something, you're holding yourself to the high stand. I agree. I get it. I agree with all of that.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, I could talk to you guys all day, but I know you're on a schedule. You know, when I think of Mariah, I think of the Queen of Christmas. You guys are now about to be the Kings of Christmas, your new Christmas song. It's Christmas time in Cleveland Heights. As we wrap up, what was it like to work with Jason and Travis Kelce? And did you have any Taylor Swift sightings?
No Taylor Swift. But it was fun. It was an honor that the Kelce brothers thought of us and reached out to us to be a part of this special project. And not to mention it was great to be seen as cartoon characters. That's always fun. So I mean, listen, man, we're at a point in our career where we just want to do cool things and good things. That's it. That's where we at right now. What cool things and good things. If it's cool, sure. If it's good, cool. And that's what it's all about. And this was one of those projects. And we were very, very happy that the guys reached out and we had a good time. And we hope that everybody will play it as they're trimming the tree in their homes for the Christmas holiday.
I love it. It's very catchy. I know you guys are going to be on tour for most of 2025. You have a biopic, so you are booked and busy.
Yeah.
But this was great. I loved watching